Peace. It's me, Nicole, your girl, sister midwife. And this past week, I have been listening to Marie Kondo's book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. So I remember about 10 years ago, there was all of this buzz about the book, and she had a TV series and all of that stuff. And I never connected with it at all. Didn't even really know the name of the book. I just know it was this Japanese lady who was doing all of this stuff, helping people throw stuff out. Well, I got to tell you, through the Libby app, which I got from my public library, you can too. I listened to the book last week, and now I definitely understand why they had so much buzz, because the way she was talking about cleaning up and tossing stuff out was really revolutionary. And, you know, I like revolutions because birth is the revolution, okay? So today, I'm going to share with you 3 things that really resonated with me and how they are in alignment with how you should be thinking about your doula business and really any business in general. Be very clear. A lot of stuff resonated with me, but I'm just going to share these 3. So welcome back to another edition of Monday Musings with Sister Midwife. So the life-changing magic of tidying up. Me, I've been needing to clean up, throw out stuff. I've been almost, y'all, paralyzed. Not fully paralyzed since my mother's death, which is now gone on 9 years this year, but I still got stuff that I never went through that belonged to my mama. If y'all been down that journey, y'all understand. And so I still have stuff. It's some of my stuff, my baby stuff, my ex's stuff. It's stuff, well, I don't have no stuff from my ex. I did a pretty good job at getting rid of all of that stuff. But there are certainly probably still things here that remind me of him that probably still need to go, regardless of where all of this stuff come from. I am very clear that this is my year to get this place clean. Energetically, I know that having all of this excess stuff that doesn't belong to me, stuff that I don't need, stuff that I don't want, I know that it is stifling me, stifling my creativity, stifling the growth of myself and my business, and I gotta let it go. So that's why I really appreciated this book, because it gave me a new way of thinking about how this process can happen. Because whenever I think about getting rid of everything and tossing everything out and bringing everything to Goodwill and becoming more minimalized in my living and what I keep, it's overwhelming. The book really made it seem attainable and reachable. But so what are these 3 things that I really feel like resonated with me as I read this book? The number one thing, first of all, is this notion, this idea, this ability to tap into your unique gifts and help people to build an empire. If nobody ain't proved that, baby, Marie Kondo proved that. Tap into your unique gifts. Figure out how you're going to help people and build an empire. So a lot of times people get into their businesses or getting into their doula business in particular, because that's where most of my experience lies, helping individuals who are working in their doula businesses. And I hear things like, you can't figure out how to attract clients. You're having problems finding clients. Don't know where you want to start. And so what I would say to that is, what do you have that is unique, that you can uniquely, differently from anybody else, offer the world? Where do you shine? Start there, and also ask yourself, who do you want to serve and why? Why do you want to do this work? What is your unique gift? Who do you want to serve and why? What is unique? What do you love about this thing? Where do you stand out? How can you shine? Marie Kondo been cleaning and organizing since she was a little girl. Now, I am sure when she started cleaning and organizing, it was not in the back of her mind. And when I grow up and I'm a student in college, I'm going to start a whole empire around helping people how to discard, clean up, and organize their lives. She didn't set out to do that. But she loved what she did, and she loved helping people find ways to do what she was doing. And boom, she was able to create an empire. And this is what brings me to revelation, or not revelation, but the second point, the second thing that resonated with me a lot was all through the book. She talks about this thing, this question of, does it spark joy? Does it spark joy? So as she started her business, she naturally found her niche in a place that brings her joy. And then as she uses her method and teaches people how to use the method inside the book, she tells you to hold the object in your hand, whether it's a book, whether it's a piece of clothing, whether it's something out the kitchen, whether it's a knickknack, a memento. And she tells you, challenges you to ask yourself, does this thing spark joy. Not did it spark joy 5 years ago, not might it spark joy if I fix it or change the color, but in this moment, does it spark joy? And she is like, if the answer is no, throw it away. Throw it away. Now, let me tell y'all something. I sat with that concept looking around my house and I'm like, my God, how much of this stuff in here is going to be tossed away? I'm still not quite ready, but I'm going to get there. And what I would say is, as this relates to your business, your doula journey, when you are thinking about where to start, you want to ask yourself, what first led you to this work and what parts of the work spark joy? What parts of the work bring you joy? What parts of the work do you love the most? If you cannot connect to this, and you are working from a place of lack and frustration and anger, you will burn out quicker than a little strike match. You've got to figure out what sparks joy, what brings you excitement in the work, and tap into this space. Now, to just expand on this, I really believe that we have to tap into not only joy, but the love of the work. And that we should be doing this work from a place of love. This is really part of your sustainability plan. Why are you doing the work? Because if you are doing the work because you're angry at the system, because you're angry at the man, because you're angry at doctors, because you're angry at your last doctor, because you're angry at your partner, angry at your birth outcome, angry at your C-section, you mad and up in arms, that could be like the catalyst to get you started. But if you stay in this place of anger and frustration as you're doing the work, you will definitely burn out quickly. So you want to find a way to tap into the work from a place of joy, because you love mamas and babies, because you love birth, because you love educating, because you love seeing people step into their power. Why are you doing this work? How does this spark joy for you? Now, keep in mind that your business will always have ebbs and flows and it can change. So what sparks joy for you today may not be what sparks joy for you tomorrow. So be open to re-asking yourself these questions and being okay if you find that the questions have a different answer. Over time, you will come across a different answer, a different spark. You might learn something new that you want to bring into your business. That's a whole new level of thing that is newly sparking you joy. So first, be able to tap into your niche. This is the thing that I love to do. This is the thing that I'm already gifted at. This is the thing that is special and unique to me, and it brings me joy. So we're finding the thing that is special and unique. For Marie Kondo, it was organizing and teaching people how to organize. And then we are looking at this idea, this concept, this constant questioning of, does it spark joy for you in your life? Because if it doesn't, we have to remove it, because at the end of the day, life really is about finding the ways to have joy. The third real big thing that resonated with me as I read this book or listened to the book on the audiobook for this first time was, she says something about this could take up to 6 months. That gave me breath. It gave me breathing space. It allowed me to not feel panic at the thought. Because I don't know if y'all read the book. Okay, but she talked about taking all of your clothes, all of your books, all of your things, one category at a time, but taking all of the things, bringing them into one pile, and then going through each thing one at a time, picking it up, giving gratitude for the thing, that whatever it served in your life, and then also asking if it's continuing to spark joy. And so just the sheer notion of that was so overwhelming to me. I was like, girl, I'm scared just to even think about it. But once I heard her say in the book that this could take up to 6 months or more, I was like, okay, we're not doing this in a weekend. We're not doing this in a week. We're not doing this in a month. It takes time, and it's something that you do constantly. You're looking at the things around you. Once you get it done the first time, according to her, you don't have to do it anymore. You just constantly, are in this space. You declutter professionally well, and then you're done. But I can imagine constantly having to reevaluate the things in my home, asking myself based on where I am in my life at that time, does this spark joy today? Because just because it sparked joy last year, last week, last month, doesn't mean that it sparked joy today. So when she said that it takes time, 6 months was the number I remember hearing, I sighed, a little sigh of relief. And I'm like, okay, so this is not something that happens overnight. And I think that that is the reason why I'm bringing that to this Monday Musing today, is because another thing that I see very often with a lot of new doulas is, I need a client, I need a client, I need to do this, I'm trying to do this, it's not happening, and you're running all over the place trying to figure out your next steps. It takes time, sis. If you got one client right now, you good. Beta test with that one client. Figure out what you like, what you don't like. Figure out what part of this experience with this mom brings you genuine joy. Figure out where you may want to read another book or take another class. Figure out what part is easy, what part is difficult. Where are you challenged in this work, and where is it easy breezy? Figure out, what did this mom need that you were unable to offer, and what did she need that you just gave so easily, right? It takes time to figure out exactly how you want to run your business. It can take some time to figure out exactly who your niche market is going to be. It can take time to really settle into what parts of the work brings you joy. Don't feel like you got to rush yourself. The mamas and the babies and the babas, they're not going nowhere. They're going to keep coming. One thing we know for sure, they like to say that prostitution is the oldest profession of all times, but I would venture to say that it is midwifery, even mention it in the Bible. Okay, we got the midwives since the beginning of time. Babies will come forth. You got time to work on your business. That doesn't mean you take the time laying around doing nothing. You're investigating, you're learning, you're taking a class, you're reading a book, you're learning about marketing, you're playing with the conversation around who your niche is. So you're working in the space, but you don't have to feel like it all has to happen today. You do not take a class and then in that same year you're making $100,000 in your doula business. That's not how this thing works. So take a deep breath. Pat yourself on the back. You're doing a good job. Figure out what makes you unique. Figure out what sparks joy for you in this work, and settle in with the reality that it will take some time. On the surface, this book is about cleaning and decluttering your life. But when you read between the lines, it really is about elevating your vibration and living a life full of purpose and joy. I am so happy that I came across this book. I'm looking forward to utilizing it. I got to wait till after Mardi Gras and probably even Black Maternal Health Week, because between now and April 11, baby, it's all hands on deck around here. That said, be clear, I will be revisiting these books and this book and using some of the skills and tactics that I learned as I began to declutter and elevate my life this year. So let me know, have you read the book? Did you utilize the Marie Kondo method? Let me know how it worked out for you. And as they say, click the link, subscribe, hit the bell, something like that. I'll see y'all next Monday. Peace.